The Peranakan are an ethnic group defined by their genealogical descent from the first waves of southern Chinese settlers to maritime Southeast Asia, known as Nanyang, namely the British colonial-ruled ports in the Malay Peninsula and the Indonesian archipelago, as well as Singapore. Peranakan culture, especially in the dominant Peranakan centers of Malacca, Singapore, Penang, Phuket and Tangerang, is characterized by its unique hybridization of ancient Chinese culture with the local cultures of the Nusantara region, the result of a centuries-long history of transculturation and interracial marriage. The Peranakans are considered a multiracial community, with the caveat that individual family histories vary widely and likewise self-identification with multiracialism as opposed to Chineseness varies widely. In Malaysia, there are Peranakan associations in Malacca, KL, Penang, Kelantan, and Terengganu. The Peranakan Association that is based in Kelantan is named the Persatuan Peranakan Cina Kelantan, the Kelantan Chinese Peranakan Association, abbreviated as PPCK, while the one that is located in Terengganu is the Persatuan Peranakan Cina Terengganu, the Terengganu Chinese Peranakan Association. The philosophical foundations of identity formation are explored from both Eastern and Western perspectives, drawing parallels between Mingzi's notions of human nature and Karl Marx's concept of essence. In the Nyonya context, the continuous process of carrying on aligns seamlessly with the community's ongoing identity formation, shaped by cultural practices, language preferences, and interactions with other ethnic groups. The Nyonya identity unfolds as a dynamic synthesis of inherent qualities and consciously formed essence, mirroring the intersection between Eastern and Western philosophies. The community's commitment to cultural practices such as food, dance, and clothing becomes integral to their identity formation, revealing a profound connection to their historical roots. Culinary traditions serve as a dynamic lens through which the Nyonya identity evolves. The Nyonya community's fusion of Chinese and Malay elements in their cuisine reflects a continuous evolution, carrying on traditions while embracing new elements through intercultural interactions. The visual representation of Nyonya identity is epitomized in the traditional Kabaya Nyonya attire and dance groups like Kabaya, symbolizing cultural markers endorsed by the government. The amalgamation of diverse cultural elements challenges conventional notions of ethnocentrism and rigid categorizations. The Nyonya community's attire, blending Chinese and Malay elements, exemplifies this defiance against societal challenges, creating a unique identity that transcends traditional categories. Historical narratives illuminate the Nyonya community's close interaction with the Portuguese community in Malacca, challenging fears of racial blending and showcasing the dynamic nature of identity formation. The Nyonya community, embracing hybridity in performing arts, challenges the rigidity of ethnic categories, embracing a fluid and inclusive identity that echoes the essence of existentialist philosophy. The Peranakans contribute to society through their rich cultural heritage, artistic skills, culinary traditions, community engagement, and historical significance, adding diversity and vitality to the cultural tapestry. Despite the positive impact, the interaction between Peranakan culture and society is complex, presenting both challenges and benefits, especially regarding identity and cultural clashes. Understanding ethnicity, which is universal, complex, and changeable, helps navigate societal attitudes toward the Peranakan community. In a multicultural environment, Peranakans may face challenges in cultural belonging, leading to cultural strife. However, society generally welcomes and respects the Peranakan culture, viewing it as a unique contribution. While positive attitudes prevail, individual perspectives vary based on geography, context, and personal beliefs. Bridging cultural differences through education and exchanges fosters a more tolerant and understanding society. To enhance societal identification, Peranakans can focus on preserving their cultural core, embracing multicultural influences, and participating in cultural exchanges. The interconnectedness of cultural and social identities in multicultural coexistence highlights the dynamic nature of identity formation. Individuals, including Peranakans, navigate these complexities by adapting and reshaping their cultural identity within diverse cultural environments. Overall, the intertwined relationship between cultural and social identity is crucial in shaping behavior and perceptions in a multicultural society.
Religious integration in Yanya culture is not only a unique expression of Peranakan beliefs but also a long-standing historical process. Buddhism, Taoism, Confucianism brought by Chinese immigrants blended with the indigenous belief, forming the historical cornerstone of diverse beliefs. This evolution was affected by multiple factors of land, history and society. The Nyonya community practices religious syncretism in their daily lives through rituals and celebrations. The compassion of Buddhism, the nature worship of Taoism, the etiquette of Confucianism, and the land worship of indigenous beliefs form a harmonious and sacred atmosphere. This practice not only strengthens the depths of faith but also enriches the cultural experience of the community. In Nyonya culture, the theological views of different religions penetrate and influence each other, forming a unique and rich belief system. Buddhism's concept of selflessness complements Confucian ethics and morality, and Taoism's worship of nature complements the reverence of the land gods in Aboriginal beliefs. This fusion of religious philosophy brings rich spiritual content to a Nyonya community. Religious integration not only has an impact on the level of belief but also profoundly shapes the social structure, family relationships, and values of a Nyonya community. This influence is not only reflected in the social of the overall community, but also promotes the formation of harmonious relationships in the internal structure. This gives the Nyonya community a unique cultural identity. The belief system in Nyonya culture integrates the theological views of different religions with each other, forming a rich and harmonious philosophical connotation. The contrasting and harmonious theological perspectives of Buddhism, Taoism, Confucianism, and Aboriginal faiths create a unique and rich belief system within the Nyonya community.
Peranakan culture traces its origins to the 15th to 17th centuries, a period marked by the influx of Chinese settlers into the regions that would later become Malaysia and Singapore. This migration was spurred by advancements in Chinese maritime technology and the far-reaching influence of Xinghi's voyages. Motivated by Confucian ideals, these Chinese immigrants embraced a spirit of cultural exchange with local communities, fostering intermarriage and the sharing of advanced cultural and technological knowledge. The descendants born from the unions between Chinese settlers and indigenous Malay populations eventually formed the unique and diverse Peranakan community we recognize today. Peranakans crafted a rich tapestry of distinct culinary delights, sartorial styles, linguistic expressions, and religious practices that set them apart from both Malaysian and Chinese conventions. Their religious beliefs were significantly shaped by this fusion of cultures. Many mixed Chinese-Malay individuals did not strictly adhere to a single religious doctrine due to the amalgamation of influences. This cultural synthesis led them to participate in Muslim traditional religious activities while also embracing aspects of Chinese cultural practices. Consequently, a considerable number of mixed Chinese-Malay individuals developed a more fluid approach to religion, lacking a strict adherence to a singular faith. This gradual shift evolved into a community with a tendency towards agnosticism or uncertainty in matters of faith. The fluidity of their religious practices was a product of their diverse heritage and upbringing, which was heavily influenced by both Islamic and Chinese cultural and religious elements. This blend of beliefs and practices contributed significantly to the development of an agnostic sentiment within the Peranakan community, representing a harmonious coalescence of diverse cultural and religious influences.
In conclusion, the Peranakan population is a dynamic, multifaceted force in society, possessing a wealth of artistic skill, a variety of culinary traditions, connected communities, and historical knowledge. In addition to adding diversity to the larger cultural fabric, the promotion and preservation of Peranakan customs and rites shows how dedicated the community is to preserving its own identity. Intricate needlepoint, beautiful ceramics, and traditional clothes are only a few of the examples of artistic products made by Peranakans that not only highlight their creative skills but also significantly impact the local artistic landscape. Peranakan cuisine is a delightful addition to the region's culinary legacy, stimulating the senses while also playing a significant role in its culinary diversity. It is a combination of Chinese, Malay, and other influences to foster a sense of social togetherness and belonging, the Peranakan community is dedicated to fostering community ties and social engagement. The community's external interactions and internal dynamics have benefited from strong relationships made possible by social organizations and cultural associations. The Perak community's historical significance, which is based on migration, assimilation, and cultural fusion, offers a priceless window into the history and diverse cultural legacy of the area. This historical account provides striking evidence of the mobility of cultural identity and the need for adaptation to thrive in a multicultural setting. With these advantages, there are also issues, mostly related to identity and intercultural conflict in diverse societies. The intricacy of national identities and the likelihood of incorrect interpretations highlight the necessity of continuing attempts in the fields of cultural conservation, education, and communal unity.